What is up, everybody? My name is Gamerslasher, and today I bring you guys another reaction video, and this one is SCP Foundation, the Global Occult Coalition. So, without further ado, just in case you like the video, please hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot on my way to 400 subscribers. Man, you guys are awesome. So yeah, the link to the original video will be down below. Let's get into it.
The Global Occult Coalition. One of the most common questions people ask when discussing dangerous SCPs is why doesn't the Foundation just destroy it? In some cases, it certainly seems like a good question.
They can give you
it's
intelligence.
strange that the Foundation would go to such lengths to contain something so dangerous when they could just kill or destroy it. The answer varies depending on the SCP, such as the Foundation has tried and failed to destroy it, or more broadly, it's just not the Foundation's way to destroy SCPs, as they are focused on securing things. But what if there was a similar organization that didn't quite follow the same rules, and did want to destroy these dangerous anomalies? This organization would be called the Global Occult Coalition.
Yeah,
The
I'm already
GOC
liking
is
this.
its own part of the SCP universe, and someone could quite easily enjoy the SCP universe without ever reading much about them.
Man, hell
However,
no,
there
this
are
is
a
about
number
to be
of SCPs
lit.
contained or known to the Foundation.
That character right there reminds me of a character from the game. It's on PS4. It's like Blacklight, I think it's called.
That have a link with the GOC.
Cool armor.
As well as a
And it
large
reminds
number
me of one of
tales
those
related
people
to
on
them.
Warframe,
Far more
I
than I
think.
could cover in this video. The
Almost
purpose
like
of
a
this video
rhino
is to just give you a solid
helmet.
understanding of who the GOC are and how they operate, so that you can continue learning more about them on your own. The first main event linked to the founding of the GOC occurred in 1882, when a group of German occultists managed to capture and destroy an energy entity that was being worshipped as a god by several Semitic tribes thousands of years prior.
Wow.
The destruction of this entity resulted in a psychic backlash in the area, causing feelings of nihilism in certain sensitive individuals, notably philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, who wrote about God being dead, referring to the entity. This leftover energy was apparently going to be utilized by members of Nazi Germany during World War II to complete an occult ritual known as the Rite of Solomon. Details during this time are sparse, but the event sparked the Seventh Occult War, although practically nothing is known about the prior six, and afterwards led to the founding of the Global Occult Coalition in order to prevent future similar events.
Okay.
Of course, the SCP Foundation already exists during this time, but they mostly act independently of any governmental body and have very little oversight. The Global Occult Coalition, on the other hand, grew out of a desire from the United Nations to have their own organization devoted to protecting the world from the paranormal. Since no single nation could be trusted with the secretive handling of anomalous objects and creatures, the GOC was formed from the cooperation of 108 different paranormal organizations, including the Bavarian Illuminati, the Knights Templar, and the United Church of Satan.
Right.
These organizations work with the GOC to cover a broad field of the anomalous and paranormal, and the United Nations fund the organization, as long as there is a degree of oversight from them. The GOC's mission statement, then, covers 5 different goals.
That looks sick.
Primarily, their first and most
Amazing
important
armor.
mission is to protect the human race from any threats outside of the norm.
Right.
Secondly, is to conceal the knowledge of these threats from humanity.
Intelligence,
panic and
right?
Anarchy.
Yeah. You don't want to
Third,
let the public even
humans
know.
will be protected during the course of GOC operations, unless this mission interferes with the first two. Fourth is the destruction of paranormal threats, as their existence goes against the first 3 missions, and no unnecessary
That's a thing from South Park. Oh, snap. Yeah.
risks will be taken to ensure their survival.
Bro.
Finally, the 5th
That'll be
mission
interesting to
is
see that in real
education,
life, man.
as GOC
Something
make
different.
every effort to learn more about the paranormal, unless it goes against any of the earlier missions.
Okay.
It's pretty clear from these mission statements how much the GOC differ from the Foundation, but their logic and intent is sound. The GOC operates through 3 separate divisions: Physics, Psych, and Ptolemy. The Physics division handle the actual investigation and capture or elimination of paranormal threats. The Psych division focuses on diplomacy and observation, and Ptolemy is the support division, handling logistics, management, and research into the paranormal. GOC operatives mostly utilize technology and weaponry that is readily available to militaries and other organizations, so that it wouldn't cause any concern if lost in the field. But they do occasionally use tech that comes from paranormal research to better aid in eliminating anomalous threats.
Sorry if I'm not talking all that much. It's just I'm taking all this in. It's some good information.
These advanced pieces of technology also include,
just in case you forgot, hit that like button and subscribe if you are enjoying the video.
Filtration suits that incorporate bullet-resistant nanofibers, augmented reality systems, cloaking devices, or even full-body exoskeletons. Field agents are fully prepared to tackle the various threats they might encounter, and are capable of taking down highly dangerous anomalies, such as those capable of regeneration, shape-shifting, or even bending reality.
Wow.
Despite this preparation, however, capturing and eliminating anomalous entities is no easy feat, and GOC operatives are fully aware how likely their deaths are.
How much do you gotta
So
get
far,
paid
everything
just
seems
to do
fairly
that,
logical.
man?
A well-funded, well-trained organization that have spent decades investigating and eliminating paranormal threats. So why doesn't the SCP Foundation adopt a similar methodology? To answer that, we'll have to look at a few specific examples.
They seem like they're the
GOC
opposite.
Messed things up.
They want to keep
Likely
them
the
here.
most relevant example is SCP-1609.
1609?
A pile of wood splinters, nails, and scraps of fabric, currently contained by the SCP Foundation. Originally, 1609 was a large chair carved in the form of a reclining woman.
Bruh, that looks scary as hell. No way.
Needed to sit down and didn't have a comfortable seat nearby. The chair would then teleport to them and remain there until someone else needed a seat.
Interesting.
This was the extent of its anomalous properties, but the GOC managed to capture it and send it through a wood chipper, as a teleporting chair could easily risk breaking the mission of secrecy held by the GOC. The destroyed chair killed a number of GOC personnel before suddenly appearing in an unused containment cell owned by the Foundation.
How the hell does a chair like that kill somebody?
SCP-1609 is now much more dangerous, and when reacting to specific stimuli, will become violent, teleporting portions of itself into the lungs of those who have angered it. This quickly leads to death, at which point it will teleport back to its containment cell. Things that anger SCP-1609 include wearing clothing similar to the GOC uniform, usage of words or phrases utilized by GOC personnel, such as threat entity, the sound of a running motor, or anything overtly hostile to 1609 itself. To counter this, the Foundation believes that 1609 prefers situations where it can be useful to humans, as it once did as a chair, and so they use the 1609 mass as mulch for a flower bed. Part of the containment procedures mention that anyone who visits the flower bed must remark on the beauty of the flowers and the quality of the mulch.
Oh, it's gonna get pissed off.
The report for 1609 ends with a document from a Foundation doctor who explains that 1609 is a cautionary tale of the flaws inherent in the GOC's operating procedures. He summarizes how it's a perfect example of why the Foundation contains rather than destroys, and says that when you destroy something, you can't go back on your mistake.
Right.
He concludes by saying that this is why the
You
Foundation
can learn.
is right.
You can learn
the
from
GOC
these
are
things.
wrong. Of
Probably
course,
not all SCPs might be bad, you know? Wow, this one doesn't seem like a bad one. Only bad if you try to do something to it, it seems.
it'd be odd for a Foundation employee to say differently. SCP-2002 was a large spacefaring vessel consisting of a spherical hull and roughly 3,000 small pods attached to it. Analysis of the vessel seemed to show that it belonged to the Foundation, although the current SCP Foundation only had designs under development that were similar to the ship. The vessel had come from an unknown location, and apparently went through some sort of temporal anomaly, but was traveling at a constant 12.5 kilometers per second towards
That's
Earth.
fast. That's very
This
fast.
information and other basic details were relayed to the GOC through a covert operative working for the SCP Foundation. The GOC were not sure why the Foundation had no containment procedures in place for this SCP, but they decided that if the vessel came within a certain distance of Earth, they were planning to terminate it themselves, to avoid an apocalyptic scenario should it collide with the planet. As the vessel passed by our moon, a weaponized satellite belonging to the GOC destroyed the vessel, leaving only partial fragments to hit the Earth.
Man.
These fragments were recovered by the Foundation, who also found a large number of human remains among them.
Human remains?
The remainder of the SCP documentation reveals information that the GOC did not possess, as the vessel came from the future, where an SCP caused the global population to become sterile. The SCP Foundation decided to send a number of uninfected embryos, along with some Foundation personnel, into outer space, where they would remain in stasis for 135 years before coming back to Earth to repopulate it once the plague was gone. Unfortunately, the ship passed through a temporal anomaly, causing it to travel back into the past and approach our current Earth. Ultimately, this anomaly caused their mission to fail, but this demonstrated that the GOC still operated with lethal decisions, without possessing all of the facts.
Wow.
SCP-1522 is perhaps another case of the GOC being unnecessarily cruel in their operations. 1522 were two sentient fishing trawlers, capable of autonomous movement and faster than normal speeds. They spent most of their time sending out modified sonar pings to play with whales.
This is incredible,
and the Foundation
guys.
continually kept civilians away
That
from
like
them,
button.
mostly letting the ships do their own thing.
Subscribe. This is awesome.
The GOC, however, came in and launched harpoon missiles at one of the ships, quickly sinking it. The other ship tried to save it, but could not, and seemed to destroy itself afterwards. The Foundation eventually recovered the two sunken ships, finding two small, partially formed rowing boats in one of them. While it might seem cruel, it likely took a good deal of effort to keep information about these two anomalous ships concealed from the public, and destroying them does fit in with the GOC's mission statement. I don't want to be misleading with this summary, however, and so I want to make it clear that these SCP articles are all written by Foundation personnel, who are likely to share a certain bias against the GOC. Looking at different perspectives, particularly in various tales, you find that the GOC are a bit more nuanced than just the common kill-all anomalies concept.
Right.
These reports show the GOC are more than willing to negotiate with anomalous entities, or at the very least not destroy them immediately, and also aren't shy about showing the mistakes the Foundation makes. Since the concept of canon is so fluid in the SCP universe, it's understandable that you can't simply pigeonhole an organization like the GOC into a single perspective. Perhaps the GOC caused plenty of problems in their pursuit of protecting humanity by destroying the paranormal, such as in the alternate reality of SCP-1730. And perhaps the Foundation caused plenty of problems in their pursuit of containing and researching the paranormal.
Right.
In closing, I hope that this has provided a good enough basis of understanding
Hell
for
yeah.
the GOC to continue your own research.
I just
While the
downloaded
SCP
all that
Foundation
information.
will often paint the GOC as one of the bad guys, they have also been shown to work alongside them if need be, and there is mostly peace between the two organizations.
Wow. You know, this reminds me of Fallout, the game. Brotherhood of Steel and the Brotherhood Outcast. It seems like the GOC is the outcast of the Brotherhood, pretty much, and then you have your regulars, which are, you know, the Brotherhood, which is the regular ones. I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. But you guys see what I mean, though, right? Oh man, this is awesome. Or no, no, no. Better yet, you have your Brotherhood of Steel, which is,
In the end, if nothing else.
no, no. These guys are the Enclave from Fallout, and then the regular ones that I know of before I found out about the GOC organization. I just known, pretty much it's like the Brotherhood of Steel, pretty much. So yeah, sorry, but it
It
makes
seems
sense like
clear
that.
that the
I don't know if you
GOC
guys played it,
exist for
but
humanity's
yeah,
protection, whether we agree with their methods or not.
that's it. Oh, okay, so just in case you guys enjoyed that video, please leave a comment down below of what you think about this awesome video, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for Ghost Town, SCP Ghost Town. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love